Hello everyone and welcome to another Magic the Gathering unboxing. So as you can see, we have our second box of Strixhaven set boosters to crack open here. And you can see we got all of our lovely schools at the top there. So let's jump right in, get right to it, get cracking. So it's got all the schools at the back along with the names and all the colors for each one. I don't know if these names are going to stick. I mean, I'm going to assume that the guilds are always going to kind of be the main name, but we'll see. Yeah, it's cool that they're trying different names. Obviously, you can't call Witherbloom Golgari as a school. It would make a lot of sense to have those names elsewhere. So I'm okay with them trying something new. And let's see how we do. Okay, I'll take the first stack out here. And let's see how it goes. See if we can hit that Demont Tutor maybe. See their higher end ones. All right. So we have our art card there. I think that's Lucas Companion. All right, and let's fly through these commons. And reconstruct history. Quandrix Command is our first rare. That's the first copy of that one. Ooh, and a Swords of Plowshare. Very nice. Very nice way to start off the box, along with a foil Blood Research. And a Willow Dryad. That's really cool. I like the portal frame for the list cards. I got some of the Goblin lures, and they were pretty cool. Just seeing that old frame with the text box and everything on that card is pretty. Get everything back in the frame here. It's pretty sweet. And how dark and everything it is. All right. So there's our art card, and let's go. So one thing I did notice is that you don't get the basic lands in the regular packs, the draft packs. It has to be in the set boosters. So they're actually somewhat limited. All right, and a rare is Ingenious Mastery. I think that's my first one of those. And we get Divine Gambit. Yay. That's yeah, that's probably one of the stinkers. And a foil Aether Helix. And a Spirit Token. Yeah, I was looking at the list the other day, and there's so many cards. Like, to get like one of the higher end ones is actually very, very difficult to pull. There's so many ones to open. Oh, that's a nice one. Planeswalker. Kazmina. So you're gonna end up most likely getting a lot of the duds, quote unquote. So they're nice to open, but I mean I don't really value them in terms of. Oh, that's the place out of those now. I don't value those as getting as a set of cards that I put stock into. I basically, if you get something that's worth money, I think it's just like a bonus. And we get Mercurial Transformations, and we get a Brink of Madness. So there you go. Very cool. Urza's Legacy Brink of Madness. So being upkeep, if you have no cards in hand, sacrifice Brink of Madness and target opponent discards his or her hand. That would be really awesome in, if Rakdos is around doing their Hellbent thing, right? That would play really well in that kind of deck. So that's kind of a cool build around. Oh, there's the Mythic. And we get our rare sorcery. Lust in there. And we hit Shalai, Dean of Radiance, and on the back side we hit Embrose, Dean of Shadow. And we get Silver Quill Silencer, so a double rare pack. So I'm not sure what to think about that one. Looks okay though. And I think this is like my third Chaos Warp. So kind of funny how you get the same ones, despite. And then there is a token. You get the same ones despite the fact that you're opening up different products and everything. seem to hit the same mythic ones. And there's so many too in the mythics. Funny that I keep hitting chaos orbs. Which I don't know what formats it sees play in, if any. So I guess it's a kind of a dead one to open a lot of. All right, so there's that new Mine Rot. And here we go. Hold it at an angle so there we go. And we get Gnarled Professor as our rare. So a pretty sweet card to open up in sealed. And Abundant Harvest. So this is the preview card for Modern Horizons 2. So we'll have to see how good this ends up being. And a foil hunter, honor troll. Obviously a pun on honor roll. So I don't think we've hit a mythic yet, unless I'm mistaken. So maybe we'll hit something cool. Maybe Professor Onyx. Ooh, there's a Cultivate art. I know that one well. There's a foil land. And then we get Augmenter Pugilist, which is also Echoing Equation. To go along with a Manifestation Sage. So it makes a nice fractal token, looks like. And we get Claim the Firstborn. So this is one I'm actually kind of excited to get. I like the art on that one. Goblin and everything stealing. And a foil Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Alright, so here we go. Oops, we're dropping cards here. All over the place. Alright, so we get Poet's Quill. A nice little learn card. And a Doomblade. Very nice. Hopefully one day that gets reprinted in Standard so these can see some play. And Practical Research Foil. I always go to reach for that extra. I don't know why I go to reach out of the box rather than the ones that are sitting right here. Just a force of habit, I guess. Yeah, hopefully we get some mythics soon. I don't think we've hit one yet. Not much of a set booster if you can't hit the high-end cards, right? Alright, so here we get Veritable Warslinger. So one that has its potential, but also, you know, I could see never seeing any kind of significant play, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. And we get a Whirlwind Denial. To go along with a Foil Duress, which, if we're being honest, is probably like my least favorite Duress art they've made. I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. Cool card though, but yeah, it's just not, yeah, just not really my thing. I don't know, something about it just doesn't really appeal to me. I know the art just doesn't, you know, especially considering it compared to like the original Urza Saga art with the green and everything and the glowing, and oh, it's one of my favorite art of all time, which is probably why I'm having, you know, trouble picking one over it. All right, so we get a rare Baleful Mastery. So another part of that cycle where you can pay less and it has a drawback. And we get a rare Grape Shot. There you go. Playing Storm Decks and Guiding Voice. Ooh, a pass token. Yeah, Grape Shot's one of those cards, you know, most likely you're not going to need too many copies, but it's not a bad card per se. It recently got reprinted too with some new art as well. So they've been feeding those Storm decks. Lots of options for art to use. All right. Ooh, we get a Beladros Witherbloom. So that's actually my first Elder Dragon, which is pretty sick. And we get a Cody Vociferous Codex. Sorry, that's a tricky one to say. There's a double rare, along with a Defiant Strike. And this art I actually really do like. Like, just looks like iconic kind of final moments in a movie. Start from scratch. Foil. You know, it has that kind of look, you know, where the hero's leaping into the air to strike down the big villain. You know, I could see like a DC kind of movie maybe doing that kind of pose. Wonder Woman or somebody. So that would definitely be the art I would use if I was playing a Defect deck with a Defiant Strike, like a Feather deck or something. It is sick. Alright, so let's go. Okay, so we get Illuminate History. So I don't think I've seen this one yet. So discard any number of cards and draw that many cards, and if there are 7 more cards in your graveyard, create a 3/2 white spirit token. Oh, not too bad. Not bad. Definitely get better than the really bad Collecting Company. You look at the top 3 and just get one of the cards in your hand. Alright, a lot of uncommons in that pack. And we get Wandering Archaic, which is also Explore the Vastlands. Interesting. And another Whirlwind Denial. I don't know if I've gotten the same one in the same pack, or same box. And a Foil Field Trip. So I just like the name on that. I will say they did a really good job of basically scouring every potential name for a Magic card that ties into school somehow. I could just imagine them having like a whiteboard one day and just having a meeting where everyone writes down any card, any name they could think of that would relate to school. Ooh, that is what the Negate? Yeah, the Negate Mystical Archive. All right, we get a Foil Swamp, and let's go. Plumb the Forbidden's pretty good. Sight to Denial's not bad either. And we get Experimental Expressionist, it's a rare, and Shock as our archive card, along with a Foil Reject and a Pest token. The old Pest. I think they really did a great job though, like with the flavor on the tokens for each the different schools. Oh, there's the Defiant Strike token art card. And then we get another rare Academic Probation. Very nice. They did a really cool job of picking the tokens, right? Like I love the pests and the inklings and all that stuff that each school has. A Dragon Guard Elite. And Agonizing Remorse. So this is one I could see becoming kind of a staple for Standard as far as like a discard spell. It's not bad. And Heated Debate foil along with a Cloud Goat Ranger. I think this is my second Cloud Goat Ranger. Yeah, this one used to be a big card back in the day for Standard. It was played in a bunch of different decks, not necessarily decks that even played Kithkin. There was a couple decks. There was a red-white mid-range deck that they affectionately called Boat Brew because it was made for a tournament that took place on a boat. It was just like a red-white mid-range deck, and Cloud Goat Ranger was one of the win conditions. And then there's also the black-white token deck. That was also quite good because you had Glorious Anthem and such to pump the tokens that it would make, and you know it also had the land, the white land that would trigger when you attack with 3 creatures. You could cast a card for free underneath it. It has that highway mechanic. So there's a lot of reasons that Cloud Goat Ranger was actually very good. You know, I like when they do that too because it's one of those cards that obviously when you first look at it, whatever, it's a limited card only, and then it ends up kind of becoming a important part of the format. All right, Culmination of Studies. Very nice. Expel. And we get a Stone Rain rare. Cool. I don't know if it's going to displace the Mercadian Mass version is my favorite Stone Rain, but I like it. The board and everything in there. Cool. And Spirit Summoning is our foil. Yeah, I seem to be getting a lot of red Mystical Archive cards. I assume they're somewhat spread out, but yeah, just proportionate amount of red I find. Even when I was looking through all the ones I'd opened previously. So I guess that's my my color for those. All right, so Pest Summoning. I love the art on that. Cute. And let's giggity go. So here's a Selfless Glyph Weaver, and it has a Deadly Vanity, along with a Hall of Heroes. Oracle, sorry. Getting my halls wrong. And we get Putrefy. That is awesome. I love that artwork. That is sweet. Yeah, I do have a soft spot for Putrefy because it's from originally Ravnica, which is one of my favorite sets. And we have Defend the Campus foil, along with an Arcbound Slith. So yeah, part of that, I don't remember that being played in any kind of deck. That's a really weird one, a modular card. I mean, I certainly, if I was going to put a list card, would have been, if you want to put one that wasn't Arcbound Ravager, I would have probably put like Arcbound Worker at least, because that sees some play. I've never seen anyone play Arcbound Slith in any kind of deck at all. So that, again, one of those list cards, just like, why bother? Like, I don't see who wants this card. Specifically, who wants it that can't get it, I guess, is the issue. All right, here we go, Dramatic Finale. So a creature token pumper and a Dark Ritual. Very nice. Can't really play it too many places, but it looks sweet. Along with a foil Burfrog Befuddler. So let me just do a quick check here just to see, because I can't be right about this. Yeah, no, that's Belladross is the, we're almost done 2/3 of the box, and that's our only mythic. So this is probably going to be either a rush to the end here, or we're going to have a really low mythic count in this box. And there's our Grape Shot. I notice a lot of the art cards are orientations like the opposite way. I don't know if that's common. To be honest, I don't really pay too much attention to the art cards, but I just noticed that. Okay, Fervent Mastery. So again, that's part of that cycle. You pay less. And then we get, Snakeskin Veil. Nice, nice. You know, it's like a pretty new card. It's a pretty sweet one, so it's awesome to get more of those. And we get Mage Hunter Foil, along with a Patron of the Aki. So this is part of a cycle that had different offerings. This is Goblin Offering. I know the green one is Snake Offering, where you can get to sacrifice them to help reduce the cost. So that's that was originally from Betrayers of Kamigawa. It's held by the Ninja Star, and that set is very much focused on ninjas. All right, so let's hope our luck changes here. Oh, here we go. We get a Mila Crafty Companion, which means on the other side we have to get a Luca Wayward Bonder. Very nice. Nice to see. And we get Paulo Vitor Diamondorosa, so Pablo Doritos himself. And to go along with an Infuriate and a Stormkin Artist. So it's kind of funny how that pack went out. We went, a double-faced Mythic Planeswalker into a World Champion card, and then we get a common, an uncommon. Basically unplayed archive card into a really generic kind of uncommon foil. Just usually, you get the rare of the pack. It's kind of like, you hit the high note at the end. In that case, we kind of hit the high and then went down pretty quickly. Highs and the lows. All right, so we get Prismari Command and God's Willing. Very nice. So another card if we're going to be playing some feather decks. A foil Manifestation Sage, so I think that's our second in this box, along with a Inkling token. All right, so it looks like we're averaging 2 mythics per row here. So we're going to get almost into our last third of the box. There's our Professor there, Zoomancy, I think it was. Another foil land. All right, so let's see how we do. Sparring Regimen. So nice little enchantment there. A Strategic Planning Archive and Enthusiastic Study. And this one is really like, you kind of see like how puffy this one is. I mean, that means it's got something really good in it. And we get Vanishing Verse, so a nice little solid removal spell there. I do expect this one to see play somewhere, in standard and maybe even modern. You never know in the right deck. and an eliminate. So handy little standard removal spell there. And a foil Sedgemoor Witch. And we get an elemental. It is weird that the tokens are facing the opposite direction. So I think if you look, you'll be able to tell right away, right? If it has a magic back, that means it's a list card, and if not, then it obviously is not. There's another one. What is this one? This one is Thrill of Possibility. Okay. That makes sense now. I've seen that. So I think I've opened a couple of those. All right. Here we go. Auric Lore Mage. Ooh, a natural order. Very nice. Enjoy me a nice natural order. The card is... I mean, it goes and gets stuff like Craterhoof Behemoth, you know, and some other big green spells. So that's a classic, so a great one, a great choice for Mystical Archive. Prismari Pledge Mages are foil common. So far I think we've hit 5 list cards, so we probably have 1 or 2 more left to crack. Well, that's really nice art. The Agonizing Remorse. Blown up. Bookworm. Okay, here's our first Snarl, which, you know, aren't that exciting. I don't know how... I remember the Innistrad ones were kind of meh. You know, they saw play, I think, in 2-color decks, but for the most part, aren't too great. Oh, Cultivate's very nice, though. Be closer to a playset, and we get a foil Blade Historian. So there you go. Interesting card. Wonder that one has the potential to see play. I think. Let me just take these. Box doesn't collapse on me. That one definitely I think has potential to see play. You know, maybe. You know, attacking creatures you control for double strike can be quite strong. You know, especially if you mix it with stuff like trample. Ooh, there's Dina, Soul Steeper. Alright, so let's see. Ooh, Thrilling Discovery. Witherbloom Apprentice, the Legacy combo deck card. Ooh, and we get another Mythic, so Ecological Appreciation. So this is, I think, the Gifts Ungiven for green. And we get a Negate, so as we saw the art card earlier, along with a foil Strategic Planning archive card. Alright, so here's hoping we can hit a couple more of the old Mythic Arenos. Okay, there's that card. Ooh, we get a full art Galazeth Prismari. Wow, that is really nice. I did not see that one coming. Very nice. And we get a rare Radiant Scroll Wielder. So, interesting card. And that gives your spells lifelink, like some recent cards have done. And Tendrils of Agony. So, a Legacy Storm card. And we get Stonerise Spirit. And we get an Archive M21 Liliana's Devotee. I don't know. That I don't get at all. These list cards I just don't get. I don't know. That's just so weird. I mean, who was clamoring for that card? And I don't know. It just seems so weird because it's like if you want that card, just go get it. It's probably like a quarter. Even even in that frame, it's worth. There's no value to that frame. Ooh, Time Warp, very nice. I just don't get it. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something with these cards, and they don't want to put too many high value ones in there. But I could just think of so many more cards that would be more valuable. Like have some value to somebody over cards like that, which, yeah, somebody might like it, but, again, they can just buy it if they really want it very cheaply. Okay, Verdant Mastery, or just open them M21 packs. Even better. All right, here we get a D-Spark, very nice. And there's a Professor of Zoomancy. And Springjack Shepherd, yay. But at least this one makes goats, that one I can defend a little bit. It's an older card. Like, I don't mind the older ones as much, if they have something cool like this one, which the goats and everything, that at least has some, there's potential for somebody that obviously hasn't been playing that long to see that card for the first time and be like, oh, cool, I'm going to put this in my, goat you know, my not goat, my white you know, EDH deck or whatever. So I could see that. But who's claiming for a card that's still standard legal, that is readily available, that you know you can still even buy the packs from easily? I just don't get it. Closing statement. Very nice name. Sedgemoor Witch. Another second one. This one's non-foil. Ooh, we get a rare Crows and Grip. So this kind of maintains the art aesthetic from the original, where it has the split second effect, where it has like the middle and then shows you what happens. So they carried that on in this card and kept it going, where you can see the axe there getting destroyed. And Quandrix Pledge Mage is our foil. All right, so we did get, we're up to the base for 4 of Mythics, so I think that's, you know, we'll see if we can hit 5. Keep it going. Ooh, we get Pestilent Cauldron. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen that one. And Restorative Burst. So I can't keep up with these cycles. There's so many double face cycles, the Deans, and I think spells and creatures, and ooh, multiple choice. I love the name on that one. And Revitalize, yeah, that's certainly one. Emergent Sequence is our foil. Yeah, there's so many, it looks like there's so many different cycles, and you know, they're really using a lot of different ways of designing cards in these set to kind of make it stand out. And then, speak of Revitalize, there's the full art card. And let's go. And we get Exponential Growth, so a little doubling card. Get out of hand quite quickly. And we get Thrill of Possibility, so Speak of the Devil. And Pillar Drop Rescuer foil. Ooh, we get the Avatar token. That is sick. I love that. That is really cool. All right, last pack. All right, there's our art card. Ooh, Draconic Intervention, very nice. And Duress, you know, my favorite art. And Twin Scroll Shaman, along with a Murderous Cut, yay! Uncommon, you can easily buy if you want to. I guess if you like having a little Planeswalker symbol in the corner of the card. Yeah, our list cards are pretty awful, I think. We ended up with a couple rares, Patron of the Aki and Brink of Madness, and I can't see them being worth anything. So yeah, like I said, I honestly don't even value like the list cards as anything anymore. Like the first time you open them, you're like, oh man, I hope I open up one of the expensive ones, and then you don't, and then you know, I did get lucky though, like hitting like Thrumming Stone. I can't complain about that, but I just mean in general though, like to me, you know, if they're gonna pump this out, then why am I really even bother? Like I don't even care, to be honest, about opening the list cards anymore. Like there's nothing really exciting when they're all just uncommon, you know, 10-cent uncommon cards that you can, there's nothing really exciting about. So, you know, I hate to be a downer about those, but just, you know, getting beaten down on those by box after box of just opening up, you know, mediocre cards that don't really, you know, are not too exciting. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, I think if the archive cards weren't in this set, to be honest, like Strixhaven cards themselves, like there's very little in, you know, the rares and everything that gets me too excited for this set. You know, again, I hate to be kind of a downer on it. I like the idea of the school. I like the flavor of it, all that good stuff. You know, I think the Elder Dragons were, you know, cool cards, and the idea behind them, and even like the Flip Planeswalker is pretty sick. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really feeling the set in terms of like the actual cards and the design and everything. So, I do have one more box to open from Strixhaven though, so fingers crossed that'll be better. You know, honestly though, I'd rather have hit something like this where we get a bunch of cool cards but not many, rather than hit like, you know, 6 of them and then, you know, they're all kind of meh. So I was glad at least we hit this really cool Galazeth full art one, and the Beldross. So that's pretty cool, and even Luca's pretty sick to open. So anyways, thanks for watching. And as always, I appreciate everyone that tunes in, and especially if you stick around all the way to the end. And enjoy the rest of your day.